Elections are going to be held next month in the Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir, 10 years after they were held last time, and significantly minus the Union territory of Ladakh. This is the first time elections are being held in Jammu and Kashmir after the abrogation of Article 370 and the reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir. So for many reasons, the elections will generate a lot of curiosity both in India and abroad. What is the significance of the elections in Jammu and Kashmir? How will it impact the rest of India? Why is the international media interested? Will the elections impact on India-Pakistan relations? This is Quick Take, your quick guide. I am Smita Prakash. The last state elections were held in Jammu and Kashmir in 2014. It was still a state then, and Article 370 was in place, which meant that it had special status. The Chief Minister had special powers. The state had its own constitution, but with limitations. These were temporary provisions under the Indian Constitution and got abrogated by the Modi government in August 2019. Since then, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh have been union territories with a promise by the Modi government of restoring statehood once the elections in the union territories culminate. In 2014, the elections were conducted in 5 phases, this time in 3 phases, an indication that the Election Commission agreed with the view that protracted elections are a drag on resources and manpower. It's also a pointer to the improved security situation in Jammu and Kashmir. In 2014, the two main parties were the National Conference headed by Abdullah father and son pair, Omar and Farooq, and the PDP headed by Mehbooba Mufti. All 3 of them have been chief ministers, members of the Legislative Assembly and members of Parliament in the past. By 2024, equations have changed. The Abdullahs are part of the India alliance with the Congress party as one of the players in the state. Mehbooba Mufti has said that her party will fight alone. And then there are several smaller players who could play spoilers. The BJP is quite strong in Jammu but has a negligible presence in Kashmir. If the NC does well in Kashmir, as is being projected, and the BJP does well in Jammu, then there might be a situation where both have to form an alliance in a situation of a hung assembly. It is unclear as to how the formation will work, and it is still early days. Does it impact on the polls in Haryana, where elections are to be held simultaneously with Jammu and Kashmir? Not really, and nor will it impact on the other states that go to polls later in the year. But the rest of India will look at the Election Commission and the Home Ministry if it can conduct free and fair polls in Jammu and Kashmir, which will be another victory of sorts given the history of tumultuous politics of the state. Why is the international media watching these elections? Because in the eyes of the world, Kashmir is a disputed territory. The dispute between 2 nuclear-armed neighbours, India and Pakistan. So it's a potential flashpoint. Those points are kind of valid. India and Pakistan have gone to war 3 times over Kashmir, and yes, India and Pakistan are nuclear-armed. Kashmir is divided and a part of it is occupied by Pakistan, which Indians call Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Pakistanis refer to as Azad Kashmir. So for all that and more, the international community is interested to see if free and fair polls do happen in Jammu and Kashmir and India keeps to its word of return to normalcy, political normalcy that is, post-abrogation of the Article 370. On Pakistan's interest regarding these elections, they'll pretend it isn't happening or else deny the legitimacy of the elections. That is the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, they could try to sabotage the elections by terror attacks in the coming weeks, something that they've done in the past and cause loss of life and property. Indian security forces will be on high alert in the coming weeks. More on the elections in the coming episodes.